go to Ginger. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, Michael, some late season snow in Colorado. You can see it there. Denver, their airport, seeing more than 6 inches, which is the most they've had since that airport was the site where they do observations. So it could even be longer than that. We are seeing frost and freeze alerts as far south as parts of Mississippi, all of Tennessee almost there, Virginia as well. It's going to be another cool, reinforcing shot of cold air by the end of the week. That's the big picture. Let's get your local weather now in 30 seconds.
I can't believe I get to work at Target. I hope she knows she's...
You could save hundreds.
Welcome back to GMA. A gorgeous sunrise here near Taos, New Mexico. As the sun comes up, you say, okay, so it's Happy Earth Day. And it really is, because we are celebrating in an Earth ship. This is a living vessel, a home. And if you look at some of the detail, they use upcycled cans and bottles. Things like what I drank my can.
I solemnly...
Block paving stone.
A home built into the earth, made from trash, concrete, and dirt. It is fully self-sustaining.
I imagine that everybody on the planet can wake up in the morning and be comfortable without fossil fuel. Everybody can grow food in their house, that everybody can have electricity from the sun and wind. These buildings do that.
Look closely at the magnificent architecture. It's mostly upcycled trash.
That beer bottle there, that's not garbage. That's a glass bottle that will turn into a stained glass brick.
They have timers to save energy on hot water. You've got a washer and dryer, all the niceties of
You
life.
got a washer dryer, you got a cook stove, you got a refrigerator, hot and cold running water.
It's just done smarter. Like the rainwater, used 4 times.
So I'm using 5 gallons or 3 gallons of water to take a shower. That same 3 gallons of water waters my banana trees and my tomatoes. That same 3 gallons of water is recollected to flush the toilet.
Tires.
Each tire gets about 4 or 5 wheelbarrows of dirt pounded into them. And the sun comes in and it hits that mass, and then the tire retains it. And as the temperature in here were to drop, that heat would be released.
We tested out the tire wall, living in an Earth ship for 3 days.
The house itself is 5,400 square feet, and 2,000 of it is dedicated to growing space. And in this house, there's 2 ponds in the greenhouse, and we have tilapia out there. And then you could catch a fish, pick your citrus, wrap it in a banana leaf, and grill it out on the fire.
Our Earth ship has a wood-burning fire, but we did not keep the fire stoked. So we're gonna go for the night without supplemental heat.
Good morning. First night down, and I slept pretty well, so I was definitely warm, and I guess that's what counts.
An obvious part of living in an Earth ship is return things to nature. Leftover coffee going in the compost. But if there had to be one thing from Earth ships that we could apply to homes across America, what would be the most important?
You can add a greenhouse on the south side of your house, and that will heat those rooms that are near that. You can become aware of the fact that heat comes from that thing, and you can catch that heat.
I love to garden, but our season in New York is really short. So it's not an Earth ship, but there are plenty of these kind of smaller greenhouses that you can invest in and extend your season. Be a little closer to Earth. We need more.
I mean, the solutions or the way forward on this planet is going to have to be extreme.
You can get a base model, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, for about $400,000. Now, you can also rent them out, which is why we were able to come in here. So I want to invite you in now. This is like crib style. This is my Earth ship. I'm going to bring you through because in here, there are features that we should take into our own homes easily. They use insulation as decoration. These types of curtains will hold in heat. It's like the house. Then just growing your food. It's huge. No pesticides. You know where it comes from. You have all the niceties. Taking one thing home would be the right way to go. So I hope that everybody learned a little something. And yes, in case you're wondering, my husband's very concerned that I too will want an Earth ship.
But we thank you for bringing that to us, and you can see more of Ginger's Earthship living experience by checking out ABC News Live Prime tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow, the one simple thing in your kitchen you can replace to cut down on waste and save money. Ginger, I'm tossing it right back to you to give us some weather. What you got?
Yes. Hey, and as cold as it is this morning, you know, and as off-grid, and they use solar for all of the electricity in here, I thought it would be important to see just how much solar has grown on this Earth Day. The states that you see highlighted there are leading. Texas and California are at the top, and there are some times where solar is powering more than our fossil fuels. So we are making great strides, but we are far from all living in an Earthship, that is for sure. That's the big picture. Let's get a check now, a little closer to home.
And get ready for a pleasant Monday, but right now things are chilly. We're still in the 30s and the 40s.
All right, let's go to Ginger now. She is back in New Mexico.
Yes, here in front of the solar wall at this Earthship. And you know, it's a chilly morning here in New Mexico, and it's actually far below average in much of the United States, at least in the Northeast and parts of the Mid-South. So some temperatures in Tennessee, for example, sub-freezing, but it should be closer to 50. And you say, wait a minute, I thought the globe was warming. Well, average temperatures most definitely are. In fact, New Mexico here, New Jersey, Delaware, amongst the 5 top warming states in the United States. So it's all about that average temperature throughout the year, and our overnight lows are actually going up more than anything. That's the big picture. Let's get a check now, a little closer to home.
And it's still chilly currently, but at least we have pleasant sunshine, 45 in Central Park.
Viral food alert. It's our mission, you know, to bring you the latest on the trending food mashups and cooking hacks. This morning, it's all about the stuffed bagel. Rhiannon Alley is back. Hey, Rhiannon.
I am so happy to be a part of this mission with you guys. Bagels are pretty perfect as they are.
They really are.
Yes, but stuffed bagels take them to a whole new level. But I had 2 questions. Are they easy to make, and are they delicious?
When I tell you guys these are the best bagels I've ever made, I mean it.
It's Alec Bagel in Los Angeles.
Mom, this is really good.
What was that he said?
He said, Mom, this is really good. This trend definitely lives up to the hype. I am happy to report because they were easy to make. The whole family loved them. You both are moms just like me. You know that's saying a lot when the whole family likes them.
And they can participate and they'll eat the whole thing, and we just
Do you want another bite?
And it's an activity the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. But really delish.
Thanks so much, Rhiannon. Coming up, K-pop sensation ITZY performs live.
A beautiful day. We're getting the sunshine back, the warm-up we've been waiting for. Picture perfect out there right now.
We'll see a lot of sun.
Days of severe weather, hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes. We'll have a lot more on it coming up. But first, your local hail, damaging wind, and tornadoes. We'll have a lot more on it coming up. But first, your local weather in 30 seconds.
And so I enter into evidence, my tarnished coat of arms. My muses acquired like bruises, my talismans and charms. The tick, tick, tick of love bombs, my veins of pitch black ink. Of the Tortured Poets Department. The Tortured Poets Department, Phantom. Of the Tortured Poets Department. The Tortured Poets Department, Phantom Clear Vinyl. Only at Target.
Get ready for another nice day, but right now it's still chilly. Temperatures in the 30s and 48 in the city. 48 in the city and.
It's been warm in the Southwest, but just because it's cool in the morning, you do that high desert swing and you go from Albuquerque. Could have a record today. Your local news and weather are next.
For love, stay with us.
George, to keep with the power of us, we've got some renewable news. Wind energy more than doubled in the last decade, but we've got a long way to go. Just pointing out some of the states that are leading: Texas, Iowa, growing, and offshore growing as well. Just a check compared to all other forms of energy. Let's go ahead and get a check now, a little closer to home.
And nice weather continues today. Currently it's 50 in the city, down to 38 in Sussex. Eventually we'll see mostly here.
Yes, and we've got Kansas City, Missouri to start us off because they're prepping for severe storms tomorrow. But there's a large area that will see tornadoes and big hail in Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas today. It is right here, Garden City, Woodward's in it, and all the way down just north of Abilene is the most enhanced. But again, tomorrow it moves to the east, and I want this area that highlights here to watch out. Your local weather in 30 seconds.
And take quality very, very seriously. They're highly trained deal-making professionals who travel far and wide to hustle the best of the best for you. We get the deals. You get the good stuff. Marshall's.
Good Thursday to you. It's a chilly morning. Current numbers in the 30s and the 40s, down to 43 in the city.
It can make you miss out on those epic hikes with friends. Step back out there with Fasenra. Most patients did not have an attack in the first year. Fasenra is proven to help you breathe better so you can get back to doing day-to-day activities. Allergic reactions may occur. Don't stop your asthma treatments without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens. Headache and sore throat may occur.
Take your kids to work day. I'm in.
And this is not life-size, people at home. I want you to realize that. It's larger than life-size. And this is not life-size, people at home. I want you to realize that. It's larger than life-size. I love you. I love you. I miss you.
Oh, that would be a dream. I think Miles has once mentioned maybe being a meteorologist, but Miles and Adrian are going to help me out with the weather. Adrian, take it away.
It's cold today. It's really cold today.
He was so chilly when he came in New York City. He said it's chilly, and you've got a baseball game later.
Mm-hmm.
And so do
the Yankees.
Look at that. Look at that.
And it's going to be a great night for baseball.
You know it is. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's get a check now a little closer to home.
It is chilly this morning, currently 43 in Central Park down.
It is Take Your Kid to Work Day. I remember 2007, 2000-sized weather team.
Yes, you know what? We saw that money hit the ground, and Miles was like, wait, what is that? Is that coupons? And I was just checking. Have fun, by the way. Let's do the weather, because Miles and Adrian have been helping out the team this morning, helping Sam and Max to make the graphics and change them up a little. But we made one graphic specifically for grandparents and family that we have around the country. So who lives in San Mateo, California?
Grandpa.
Yes, Grandpa Mark and Tracy. And how about Arizona?
Mimi.
And Papa. And then who about in Michigan?
Grandpa Carl and Dee Dee.
Yes, and Bob.
Bob.
So there's their forecast for everybody. Let's get a check now a little closer to your home.
And it's still chilly, 43 in Central Park, partly cloudy currently, but we'll
all for us. Good morning, Jen.
Yeah, good morning. This is one of the busiest Aprils we've seen in recent history as tornadoes go, and also very strong this last weekend, and that's what made it different. The state of Oklahoma, for example, has not seen an EF4 tornado until this past weekend in nearly 8 years, and so that's what the damage from Marietta got upgraded to. That's why we're concerned about Oklahoma tomorrow, but look at the area today. Kansas City, Lincoln. Then another push of energy comes in, and the jet's really strong. This time of year with this pattern, you're going to get it again. So Salina tomorrow down to Woodward and all the way into Texas. Guys, we're now well above average in tornadoes. We had started the month below, so it's making up for itself.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jen.
Overseas. Is back.
We were feeling that summer heat yesterday here in the Northeast. Baltimore, Maryland broke a record, 92 degrees. A lot of other places tied or broke records that include Philadelphia at 90. Trenton, New Jersey was 88. Not everybody's going to be as warm today. A little backdoor cold front, so we're a little chillier here. Your local weather in 30 seconds.
And good Tuesday to you. Get ready for a cooler and cloudy day right now. We're down into the 50s and the 60s. It's 50.
It isn't just tornadoes, it was also flash flooding, up to evacuations downstream. So we're watching severe weather. You could see a lot there in North Texas. Coming up here on GMA, we are gearing up for the Miami Grand Prix. 2 drivers getting ready to hit the track. We'll be with them. And then award-winning chef Rocco DiSpirito, my friend, here with great weeknight meals for your family that will only take you 30 minutes or even less. And then we've got the new star to here on GMA. We'll hope you stick around. Your local news and weather, they're coming up next.
Star in Mother Play, a play in 5.
Is there in Minneapolis, St. Paul, checking it all out for us. Good morning again, Rebecca.
Hi, Robin. It's great to see you. And no matter what you call it, you can think of paddle as pickleball's cousin. And I came back to the land of 10,000 lakes to see just how paddle is done.
They came here, people didn't want to confuse it with the old platform, tennis, so they started calling our sport. They came here, people didn't want to confuse it with the old platform, tennis, so they started calling our sport, padel.
No matter what you call it, the sport is social club in Minneapolis.
We're trying to bring it to the Midwest.
At Paddle House in Brooklyn, #1 ranked men's players in the U.S., Luis Estrada and Nico Agritelli, are serving a lesson on all things paddle. First, the racket.
The rule is there has to be at least one hole in the paddle. The way you hold the paddle is a continental grip.
And how much I smile whenever I play it.
And speaking of great friends and that good workout, we're here at the Heights with all these newfound great friends, and we're learning all about how to play this from a national pickleball champion, Chad Flynn. It's so nice to see you, Chad.
Thank you, Rebecca.
He's been showing me the ropes out here on the course. What made you get into paddle?
It's just another sport, you know, that is just amazing to play, and it's just great to have one here in Minnesota, finally.
It is finally great. This is the first court here in Minnesota. I want to learn how to play this from a pro, so you teach me. And by the way, I think one thing I've been enjoying about this, Chad,
yes,
is not playing it properly.
Yes,
Perfect,
yes.
perfect. Backhand.
Yeah, look at that.
You know, one thing I will say, guys, is that it's a lot easier to hit with these than the pickleball or the tennis racket. The tennis rackets, but you still hit it into the net sometimes.
Right. Yep.
It's so great to see all of you rise and shine. Thank you all.
I'm telling you, she is a natural.
Yep, you got it, girl.
I have one tip, though, that when you have the racket and you're going to fall, drop the racket. Because if you still have the racket in your... You know what? We're talking about paddle. It is huge in other parts of the world. It's been around for some time.
And it's on fire here. We're hearing it more and more. I haven't done it yet, but I can't wait.
Yeah. And tune in tomorrow as we rise and shine in Boston with you,
I can't wait to get up to Boston tomorrow. And yes, we are thinking about that wrist, Robin. Okay, so let's talk about severe storms because we will be covering these through the rest of the week. You saw this from Nebraska. This was on Friday, but we just got that video in. Thankfully, everybody's okay. But wow, a big gust front looks like outside of one of the thunderstorms. Now, what we're seeing here is a severe weather threat that opens up today. And so this is #1 for giant hail. We're talking like baseball or even softball size Iowa down through parts of Missouri and northeast Kansas. Tomorrow is more tornado threat. It's also later. Today's threat is more afternoon and evening. Let's get a check now a little closer to home.
And much cooler for us today. Right now, we're in the 50s across most of the tri-state, 56.
This to me feels like a lot of ingredients. I know to you it's probably not. Do you start with your Rob? Like how do I sort of
Laura, this is very few ingredients. We're trying to sell books here. So
I know. No, I know that.
It's only 6 ingredients.
6 ingredients. Starting with the broccoli Rob. Do you blanch it?
No, you important tip. If you blanch it, it tastes much sweeter and less bitter.
Okay.
If you don't blanch it, you try to skip a step. You know, it'll end up tough and bitter.
Okay, so a little blanching goes a long way.
Exactly.
And then you add it to your sausage.
So sausage, garlic, pepper, and sugar.
I don't love broccoli raw.
Thank you.
This is delicious.
Well,
because he blanched it.
My kids and my husband don't like Rob, but now I'm going to go ahead and blanch it.
Who,
change
Ben?
the world. Yeah, Ben.
Let me talk to him, okay?
Yeah,
please do. Sure, we're adding all the garlic, add all the stuff mixed together, and then you add Parmesan Reggiano, of course. This is where it becomes cool. And this, you want to add all of it.
Nice. And cavatelli is a great pasta because it holds the sauce.
Exactly, yeah. You know what it means, right? You read the script.
I did. It's got like a
little hollows. Isn't that cool? Little caves, little indentations, and the idea is that it's got a little space for the sauce.
You guys are eating all the little hollows over there.
Can I get seconds?
Yes, you certainly can.
You're already on thirds. What are you talking about?
All right, so that simmers.
Yeah, so this simmers for 6 to 8 minutes, 4 minutes. If you have a bigger pan, it'll turn into this deliciousness.
Beautiful.
It's amazing.
We're also going to make a chicken dish, and this looks incredible.
So this is everyone's favorite dish, right?
Take the egg out, you guys, so it's a little bit easier.
So it's a little more brown, little crispy, a little crispier.
You like breast instead of thigh?
No, I like thigh better. Actually, it tastes better, but thigh, makes people very nervous. So, so we got to do breast for TV.
We only have a minute left. I want to make sure that we.
All right, good.
So after you brown the chicken.
So you brown it, you flip it, you do your thing. You flip it and reverse it, and then you throw lemon, chicken stock, butter, lemon zest, parsley, capers. I'm sorry, it took all your jobs.
That's okay.
You throw it all together in a pan, and then the secret ingredient
that's a lot of butter.
Secret ingredient is Don't be afraid of the butter.
I'm
Butter's
not
your friend.
afraid. I know, butter is my friend.
The secret ingredient is bouillon powder. This
I love it too because it's so condensed, the flavor. Yeah.
It's like in a normal kitchen when you're not on a fancy TV set, this would be boiling already. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
We get 2 thumbs up to Everyday Delicious.
So happy, and I'm making both
He can't
for the
do
family.
the next segment. He's out.
No, he's going to be in a carb coma. Thank you so much to Rocco DiSpirito. The name of the book, Everyday Delicious.
And thank you, everybody, for supporting me for my 15th book. Thank you.
We love when you come in. Thank you for cooking for us. Thank you for teaching me how to cook. Cookbook is out now. Ginger, you're supposed to do something here.
I will. So I'll wait on this next bite. But congrats, Rocco. That's really exciting.
Thank you very much.
And, we had to use all 15 of your books to keep cool yesterday because you sure was gorgeous at home.
That's right. Much cooler compared to yesterday. Right now, still cloudy, and we're in the 50s. It's 56 in the... In New York City, nearly 1 million women and girls live in poverty and can't afford basic needs.
Join ABC7 and support Food Bank for New York City's Woman to Woman campaign.
Giving everyday essentials to those who need them most.
From diapers and toiletries
to hygiene products and more.
Women need your help.
Give today at foodbanknyc.org.